guys, today we are going to talk about how to work with GitHub using anti-gravity. So this is the second part of the how to work with GitHub with anti-gravity tutorial series. And in the first tutorial I have shown like how to push your code changes using UI configurations, like from this UI control, source control, we can just stage our changes, our components into stage, and we can just commit directly, and we can synchronize our changes into our respective Git branch, right? So I have already these branches in my GitHub, like this main branch and LWC branch. And so today's use case or today's tutorial will be on like I'll just create a new LWC component and from scratch using the Claude model of anti-gravity, and I'll just push the code changes into my main branch of the GitHub using the Claude generated command lines, right? So without using these UI controls, right? So let me just create a simple LWC component that could work with OmniStudio, like for passing data from OmniScript to from LWC to OmniScript as well. So in the first video of this anti-gravity, I have shown like how to use that OmniDataJson method to send back the data from LWC to OmniScript, and I'll be adding those tutorial links in this video description. And this anti-gravity, as you know, like this is a full featured IDE, and it is based on the fork of Visual Studio Code. It is optimized for human AI collaboration with features like tab autocomplete and command line instructions, right? So in here we can just choose our respective conversation mode, like planning or fast mode. We can just choose. Planning mode is nothing but the agent can plan before executing the task, used for deep research, complex tasks or collaborative work. And first is like agent will execute tasks directly, used for simple tasks that can be completed faster, right? So let me just select this planning mode only, and in here we can choose our model. Let me just choose the Claude latest model, Claude Opus 4.6, and let me just provide the prompt like create a simple LWC for OmniScript using Omni apply call resp method, so that data can be passed first from LWC to OmniScript. Real business simple use case. Let me just click on enter. So it will started creating the component, and it will take some time to generate the component. Then we'll be using this Claude model only to push these code changes into our main branch using git commands, right? So it is currently analyzing existing files, existing components where this method is being used. So that is the beauty of this Claude model. It will just take the context of your whole project's folder structures, and based on the patterns it will create our respective components and all. So it will create LWC using Omni apply call resp, and it is still working. We can submit any comments that we want to update. For the time being, I am not uh, telling anything to modify, so it will just create as per the model. So it created implementation plan. So this is a like a customer feedback capture LWC using Omni apply call reps. Background is like the existing customer incident capture LWC demonstrate real-time data passing via OmniUpdateDataJson. So this one I have discussed in the last tutorial, that I'll be adding the tutorial link in this video description as well. So in this new component, demonstrate the submit time batch time or batch approach using Omni apply call reps, which merges a payload into OmniScript DataJson only when the user clicks a button, right? So, and so this is a real difference between this update DataJson and Omni apply call reps. So Omni update JSON is on like on every field change, and it will be like on real time, and typical use like live previews, auto calculations. And Omni apply call reps is on like on explicit action like user interaction like button click, and typical use cases on like form submission, batch updates. So it created these components. We can just simply click on proceed so that the Claude model can create those components. And another thing, we can just use this extension like this one, anti-gravity anti-gravity cockpit. So using this extension, we can just monitor our credit usages of the data of the models, right? And on clicking on this hover, we can see what are those limits or quota monitor. We can just find at a glance in this bottom bar of this anti-gravity ID, right? So we can just use the extension anti-gravity cockpit. That is a very useful extension. Or we can see our uh, quota from anti-gravity settings, and on clicking on advanced settings, we just need to go to models, and in here also we can find our model quota, right? So now this Claude model created all the components, and if I just open one of them, and we can see we just need to accept all so it can finishes its task. So now we have our component created, right? So this component got created. I'm not going through the whole component. So today's use case is like on um, our pushing the code changes using those git commands. So if you want to open the agent manager, then we just need to click on Control E. Then it will open our agent manager centralized view. But if we want to open the uh, we just need to click on Control L to open this console on like AI assistant console, right? So now I will just tell the model to like I want to push the code changes into the git branch, into the git main branch. So I'll just click on enter. So it will just ask for git status. If I just click on run, and git branch, this one. So we are already in main branch. So let me stage the new files commit and push. So we can just run the same command. If I just open the new terminal for your guidance, I can just show you like on clicking on git status, we can see what are those. One second. Git status. So on clicking on executing this command, we can just find what are those components are untracked and can be pushed into the can be committed into our branches, right? And we want to, and we can see this customer feedback capture is in red, and it can be pushed to the branch, right? It is not on the main branch. So we can just add, so on executing the command git add, then the file path, then force app main default lwc customer feedback component name. We just need to execute the command to add into this git, right? So if I just execute the command, the file will be added into the git. And if I just run the same command again, git status, we'll see the component is in green, and we can find this component is in green, so that we can see these are the stage changes, right? And can be pushed into the branch. So we can just commit our changes. So it will just add, we can just add, execute the command git commit -m, then in the quotes we just need to provide the message of the commit, right? So in the last session I have told, like in the UI controls, we just need to provide the commit message in here, and we can just click on after stage these components. We can see we just need to provide the commit messages in here, and we can just commit our changes, right? So but today I'll just execute on these git comments. So let me just execute the command. So our commit was successful, and we just need to push the changes into the main branch, right? So it is committed and now pushing to main, right? And we are in already in the main branch, and we can see one commit is ready to be pushed into the main. So I'll just execute this command git push origin main. So we can copy the same command, we can just execute the same from this terminal as well, right? So for the time being, I'm not doing that. I'll just tell Claude Opus 4.6 to execute this push, and I'll just click on run. So now, so something happened. So push failed because the remote origin is either not configured or not accessible. So we just need to add this remote v. We just need to execute the command. And so this is the, instead of origin, we just need to provide the lwc as the origin. So if I just open this my GitHub profile, we can see this is the repo name lightning web component, and we have two branches, main and lwc. And let me just run this command to push the changes into the main branch. So push was successful, and it is saying that ID, and we can just click on this URL to go to our branch as well. So right, so if I just go to my GitHub profile, and if I just refresh this page, and we could see this was commit was happened just 1 minute before, and in this main branch we could see our LWC component, which is customer feedback capture, right? So this is got pushed into our branch, right? So now another thing, if we want to pull some changes from the main branch, so for example, let me just add, okay, let me just create a new file in the main branch, and I'll just provide the test main file, and I'll just commit. We just need to provide the file name test file, and we want to just add this file. So autocomplete message, commit messages automatically added into this in here. If I just commit this file, and we could see this test lwc is added, test file is added in this folder, in this lwc folder. Now we want to pull these changes into our folder structure, right? So if I just show you in the LWC, that test file is not added, right? So we want to fetch our, means we want to pull our changes from that branch, right? So in that case we could write the command like I want to pull the changes or the new components being added in the main branch into my local folder. So if I just execute this one, so it will execute the pull commands, pull git commands, right? So it will just execute this git pull lwc. Instead of origin, we just need to provide this lwc main, right? So if I just click on l run, and it will just push the changes, and we could see this test file got added, right? So and it will just say like done, your local branch is now up to date with the remote main. The pool brought in a new change file, one file change and one insertion. It looks like test file component was added to the remote branch that you did not have locally. It's now synced. Your local folder has all the latest component from the main branch. So this is how we can just work with GitHub, and we work with git commands in the anti-gravity. We just need to provide our prompts in a proper way so that the models could understand, and we can just see our quota in this bar by using that anti-gravity quota monitor extension in the anti-gravity IDE. So that could be helpful for you. So that's all for today's demo. So this is the part 2 of the how to work with GitHub with anti-gravity tutorial. So please stay tuned, and if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll be uploading more tutorials on Salesforce, OmniStudio and Data Cloud topics, as well as Agentforce topics. So thanks for watching.